Good afternoon everyone, welcome back to another moderating/unboxing video today. Today we'll look at something special, just arrived in the post yesterday evening. So today we're unboxing another 43 in the Grand Central livery. As you can see, it's the one with the buffers. And of course, they worked alongside with Geniards and Virgin sets at one point. And there we go. It's all the history. Obviously I probably would better but this phone, but obviously I wasn't using the phone today. But I got the text of basically all the 43s that Grand Central did back in the day. The last running service of this was 1999, 1990s to 12,000 Civic engines, to 1993 to went up to 2006. I remember it because it was the year I had my surgery for my head. And up here we have the speed record on the intercity service 125, or no, the class 254, replacing the class 43 HSTs with those units. But personally I think these are the ones to go for over any newer modern trains personally. They're just icons. One of my personal favourite trains all times. I'll admit now, these trains have always been my personal favourite, even the real things when they were still running. So I went out them every week to see them. She has not been run in. I did test her last night just to make sure she's running well. And she had a little bit of oil added to her, but apart from that, nothing else has been added to her. I'm going to pop the camera down for this moment. We'll get the box out. There we go. Got her out. I might have to do this in separate bits. What I'll do, I'll get this bit in a separate bit in a minute, and we'll get the main units out in the second section because my battery's about to die. So, just quickly looking through the boring, typical instruction manual before changing the battery over. Just how to take the body off, how to maintain her, how to do a caster her, and DCC sound fit her if she necessarily needs to. But she is a DC ready model. Got these affirmative sleeves. Basically they cover over the chips, but they are, as IC82 remember telling us, you ever watch his videos, these things overheat the chips, so there was no point keeping them. They could be great for something else, maybe thing for like wiring the joints, that could be good for that sort of thing, but apart from that, no, not so great for anything else. We'll be back in a second, just to change the battery. Okay, I'm back. New battery in. We can now unbox her. And the first thing we need to do is just to, the best way I can do this, since we're out, I can have over. And what I am going to do is use some of the sketch off to wiggle her out. There we go. I've got her. Cut her one of her units, her powered unit, and she's in this kitchen roll just to keep her protected, I guess. But there she is. Just using the torch, kind of helping seeing the detail a bit more, but overall she's just a very dark train, and there's some figures in the cab. Obviously a driver and probably a second-hand man probably in the seat. But there's Grand Central 43. This one is 43080 in the Grand Central livery. And as you can see, there's details underneath the buffer beam. Typically they used to come out of King's Cross Station a lot back in the time I remember them. And obviously when I was little, these were everywhere, literally everywhere. They were alongside East Coast, GNR and all that. So of course I remember these. They are, well, they're the ones that I knew growing up, basically. They were everywhere out of King's Cross, London King's Cross Station a lot in the 90s and 2000s, even before that. They were out everywhere, running, doing the routes Glasgow Central to King's Cross, occasionally to Aberdeen to Panton occasionally, but mainly King's Cross is the main place they came from. And here it says under that light, Grand Central. Now, East Coast, I believe, took over the West East Coast Railways. So she uses the power unit. And is she buffered, sprung buffered? Yep, she has sprung buffers. She does have working lights and tail lights going in the reversed way. She also does have a cab light, but obviously it's very faint at this time of day because you wouldn't see her without the light being a little bit more dimmer to see it. But otherwise, it's pretty much the same as the other units I've been reviewing. So let's take a look at the final unit, the training car. Just like the other one, just without the powered unit attached to her. But obviously she's got a PCC board inside to get her out. There we go. So here's the other half. Here's the other half of the unit. This is the training car of the Grand Central HST in 00 gauge. All my models are DCC ready, not DCC fitted. This one is 43068. I don't know if she's still around, but you probably can search her online somewhere to find if she is still operating, maybe under Network Rail. It's possible she might be operated by under Network Rail and Midland Pullman. The two companies I know operate the 43 still, so it's possible one of these units are operated by one of those two. If you see that number around, you know it's one of the old Grand Central ones. So that is all to it really. Very detailed, and obviously these units are quite outdated now. These ones are specifically are quite old, but they run really well. So I'm going to split this video into two parts. the unboxing, the running, and a bit of a chat in between this video. And if you are wondering if I'm going to get some coaches for her, yes, I will. I'll get some coaches for her. And I've got one more 43 to get this year. Not many more. I've got couple more to get for next year, but that'll be about it afterwards. And I'll be focused on getting some new freight and steam engines. If you do like this video, get a comment, like, subscribe, and you subscribe to the channel if you wish to. I post more shorts on my channel than I do for big videos. I post the odd big video once in a while for rail tours or anything like that. But otherwise, I tend to leave it as it is. So I'm setting up the new setup really, since I've been sorting my bedroom out yesterday. So I will be doing a chat video directly, but through my phone instead of my camcorder. But I do think about doing a chat video as well, just seeing what's going on. I'm not going to put a chat video in this particular video for what I need to talk about. This one's for what I got arrived yesterday. So what I'll do, I'll make sure this track is all clean and get that set up. And we can run her as she is. In the next video then, in the next Mother video I'll be doing, we should be able to see all of them running around on this layout, which would be good. That's the plan. And as for you to have seen my whole collection of the 43s I've currently got. I post it on my Facebook page quite regularly. So all the track is pretty much lined up ready to go for this one. Just need to get the thing connected really. This track is going to be quite something when it's finished being built. Right, okay, let's get the bottom ends connected. Be careful not to knock my drink over. That's connected. Got half a battery. we go. Track is connected. Power should be on. We should be ready to go. Wrong direction. There we go. Now, as I said, she has not been running yet, so it's definitely running now. So what I'm going to do is leave it about this speed and not running after it. I have got some temporary cases for them, not the pet colour, but I have got some temporary ones when she falls on them. I'm going to use this for a bit, and then it's about half an hour. Obviously the camera won't be recording yet, so the camera should be done. But obviously right now, hopefully that's when we're transfer 43. The next one after this one, after I got the next one will be the next one. I'm not sure. Maybe suspension, or yeah, still only got 4 left to go. Oh, it means 64 as well, and the prototype. So there's about 4 or 5 left to get. So after that, I don't think I'll probably get any more for a while. Unless something particularly interesting. Whoops. So I'm going to put this units out the way. They're basically used for the track work. What was the other one? Let's slow it down. I can be a little chatty sometimes during this filming. But I can't help that. I'm just very excited when I get a new train. It's just natural for me to be excited about a new thing. That's the way I always have been with trains. Especially when it comes to my favourite one. It gives me a lot of excitement. So yes, obviously the train will be running in for a little while. Even off camera, she's going to be running in quite a fair bit. But yeah, I've got a chat video coming up today as well. I'm not totally sure what time I'm going to be doing that one. But it's going to be separated from this one. Still be on the same channel, but just separate the video. I haven't done a chat video itself for about 2 months or 3 months now. Nice to catch up with that. Right. Down the So what I'm going to do in the meantime, while she's running around, I'm going to have a little chat with you in this particular video for the railway. The other chat around with Nathan about is a completely different topic, but to do with something else later on. That we can even talk about, but obviously I want to keep them separated. So, if you want to hear a chat with you, not to be changed, so not keep that for the later on. Which will be about half an hour after this one goes up. So time for half an hour. So, what I'm going to do now is just get some close-up shots of her. And yes, we'll try to really I could cut into the video, I guess, to drive the drum, but I don't really want to. And that's to be a separate video. So, if you did like the video, make sure you do it, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to take my time to the content of the videos that I've been posting, and until next time, there's another video, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Have a great day, and peace out. And also, just quickly to write me a full report for you. Don't worry, you'll see a lot more of her in the next video. After she finishes running it and then takes you with her coaches. And I got this. If you do. Take care.